Did you know that one of the most influential legal documents in history was created by an emperor who barely slept? His name was Justinian, and his restless ambition changed the world forever. Justinian I, often called the Emperor who never sleeps, was obsessed with restoring Rome's lost glory. He worked tirelessly, day and night, not just as a ruler, but as a visionary. Yet, his greatest legacy wasn't military conquest or grand monuments. Instead, he transformed the chaos of ancient laws into a single unified legal code that would bring order to a sprawling empire. Imagine a world where laws were a tangled mess, written over centuries by countless people, often contradicting each other and causing confusion for everyone from judges to ordinary citizens. Justinian saw this confusion and decided to fix it, determined to bring clarity and justice to his people. He gathered the best legal minds of his time, brilliant scholars, judges, and advisors, to create a system that would outlast his empire and shape the very foundation of justice for centuries to come. The result? The Justinian Code, a revolutionary blueprint for order, clarity, and fairness, which became the backbone of legal systems across Europe and beyond. As we explore the story of Justinian and his code, remember, this isn't just ancient history or a relic of the past. It's the DNA of modern law, influencing how justice is served in courtrooms around the world even today. Sometimes, the most powerful legacies are built not with stone or steel, but with ideas that endure, inspire, and shape societies long after empires fall. Let's meet the man behind the code. Justinian wasn't born into royalty. He started in a small Balkan village, rose through his uncle's favor, and seized the throne in 527 AD. He dreamed of restoring the Roman Empire, not just through war, but through unity and order. Justinian was a builder of empires, churches like the Hagia Sophia, and most importantly, laws. He ruled with his brilliant wife, Theodora, whose political savvy helped him survive crises and shape policy. Justinian was relentless fighting wars, overseeing massive projects, and in the midst of it all, rewriting the laws of an empire. He believed law was the key to a strong, unified society. Picture a leader who wanted to do it all and actually tried. The Justinian Code wasn't just a book. It was the foundation of a new legal order for the Roman Empire, a sweeping attempt to bring clarity and unity to centuries of scattered laws and traditions. Its official name was the Corpus Juris Civilis, or Body of Civil Law. Think of it as a 4-part encyclopedia, each section with a unique purpose. The Codex, imperial laws; the Digest, legal opinions; the Institutes, a law student's textbook designed to teach the next generation of lawyers; and the novels, new laws and reforms issued after the main compilation. The Codex gathered and updated centuries of imperial edicts, making them accessible and consistent. The Digest distilled the wisdom of Rome's greatest jurists into a single, organized resource, capturing debates and solutions. The Institutes taught the basics, clear, simple, and systematic, making law understandable for students and citizens alike. The novels added Justinian's latest reforms, ensuring the law stayed current as society changed. Together, these works replaced 1,000 years of legal confusion with a single, logical system that everyone could follow. It was bold. Justinian declared that from now on, this was the law. No more contradictions, no more uncertainty. The Corpus Juris Civilis became the legal backbone of the empire, shaping justice for generations. Its structure and clarity would echo through history, influencing legal systems far beyond Rome's borders. Why did Justinian bother with this massive overhaul? What drove him to take on such a daunting, almost impossible task? Because Roman law was a disaster, an overwhelming, tangled mess that no one could fully understand. For centuries, laws piled up, imperial decrees, legal opinions, local customs, all layered on top of each other, often contradicting and confusing everyone who tried to make sense of them. Imagine being a judge. Two lawyers stand before you, each citing a different ancient law that says the exact opposite. Which one do you follow? How do you decide what's right? Justice depended less on fairness and more on who could dig up the most obscure, forgotten text buried in the archives. This chaos made business risky, justice unpredictable, and the empire itself weak and vulnerable. Ordinary people lived in constant uncertainty, never sure what the law would say tomorrow. Justinian wanted order, a single, clear set of rules for everyone, from the highest official to the humblest citizen. The code was his answer: sweep away the confusion, unify the empire, and make the law accessible to all, not just the elite. It was about more than legal tidiness. It was about power, stability, and fairness. It was about building a foundation for a stronger, more just society. With the new code, Justinian declared, once and for all, that from now on, the law is clear, and it comes from me, the emperor. This was political genius, using law as a tool to bind a vast, diverse empire together, giving everyone a common set of rules. The code wasn't just a legal project, it was a tool for unity and control, a way to bring order to chaos and ensure the emperor's vision shaped every corner of the empire. It made the emperor's will the foundation of justice, putting his authority at the very heart of the law. The messy past was over. Order had arrived, and with it, a new era for the empire, and the world would never be the same again. So, what did the code actually say? It covered nearly every aspect of life, dividing law into public, state, and private, individual spheres. Family law set rules for marriage, divorce, inheritance, and even expanded women's property rights. Property law defined ownership, transfer, and protection of land and goods, crucial for economic stability. Contract law established what made agreements binding, ensuring fairness and predictability in business. The code's clarity gave people confidence to buy, sell, and invest. The principle, agreements must be kept, became a cornerstone of commerce. In short, the code created a legal environment where society and the economy could thrive. The Justinian Code unified the Byzantine Empire, but its real impact came centuries later. After Rome's fall, the code was forgotten in the West, until scholars in medieval Italy rediscovered it. This sparked a legal revolution. Universities taught it, judges applied it, and its logic spread across Europe. Civil law systems in France, Germany, Spain, and beyond are built on its foundation. The Napoleonic Code, inspired by Justinian, spread these ideas worldwide, from Latin America to Quebec. Even common law countries like England and the US borrowed Roman legal concepts. Whether you realize it or not, the rules that shape your life owe a debt to Justinian's lawyers. The code's influence is everywhere, often hidden but always present. The Justinian Code didn't just change laws, it changed how we think about law itself. It introduced the idea that law should be logical, organized, and accessible, not just a jumble of traditions. The digest preserved centuries of legal reasoning, teaching future generations how to analyze and debate justice. Its principles, like fairness and the idea that all are born free, echo in modern legal philosophy. Law students still study the code, not for its ancient rules, but for its method and clarity. It's a model for building legal systems and thinking like a lawyer. The voices of Justinian's jurists still shape classrooms and courtrooms today. The code's spirit lives on wherever justice and reason guide the law. Why does any of this matter to you? Because the Justinian Code is the foundation of the rule of law, the idea that everyone, even rulers, must follow clear rules. It's why we expect fairness, property rights, and binding contracts today. Justinian's empire is gone, but his legal ideas survived, shaping societies for centuries. The code proves that ideas can outlast empires, armies, and even cities. By understanding its story, we see how our own world was built, one law at a time. The questions Justinian faced, how to live together, how to resolve disputes, are still ours. Learning about the code is learning about ourselves. We've only scratched the surface of Justinian's story. There's so much more: riots, plagues, Theodora's rise, and the drama of a world in transition. History isn't just names and dates, it's the story of how we got here. The Justinian Code is a reminder that progress is built on the work of those before us. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe for more stories from the past that shape our present. Every law, every right, every institution has a backstory worth exploring. By understanding history, we understand ourselves and the world we're building. Thanks for watching. See you next time.